National Football League.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. Khalif Raymond now. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Flush to his right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Patrick Queen on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Ball carrier.
These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But well, that game was all Tennessee. They led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he's going to keep it here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson. And really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy's simply sensational.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. Touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The kick is good.
And he's able to put it through. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Tannehill getting this complete to Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his second touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Raymond now on the return. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Khalif Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st down, Titans.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And the Titans 1st down.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. 1st down and more for Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over him.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Titans are going to recover the foot. And a loose football.
The onside kick recovered by the...
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And shutting him off. Now open field. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and...
On the move to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And the Titans are going to recover the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And running with power here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. The quick feet by Jackson. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
4-yard gain. Brings up...
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens add on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Very short kick. This will now a hit and a loose football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain? And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out, and the Ravens continue to pour it on. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I should have said they had a fit. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Room here to run. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, not giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6. At the Titans' 11.
Draw play. Ingram now. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Ingram. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Returning it, Justice Hill. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the option is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it. And
that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Marquise Brown, 32 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Fake it.
And the ball is knocked out. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But now it's third down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The Ravens ready to take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Well, Lamar Jackson, I mean, he is just a ticking time bomb when he has got the football in his hands, and he explodes, Charles, for a big one there.
So there was the boom, huh? Because that's it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put on. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's now a hit and a loose football. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Ravens.
And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that?
Until they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Now he's forced out right. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 43 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And partner, are you kidding me? Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays when you... Fake it. You're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts.
Now a hit and a loose football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. But he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram able to make it in from a yard out. And this offense is running away with this one.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This will be caught at about the 6.
The conversion is...
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And the Titans are going to recover them. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 53 yards. And the Ravens add on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And the Titans are going to recover. Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Side kick recovered by the Ravens.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. 39 yards there, a big one.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Jackson going to look to do it himself. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
The tackle made by Kevin Byard. A gain of 3 yards.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
On the fake extra point.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
To kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Raymond now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to Throw at him and beating him into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
For Baltimore.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Ravens have got it.
Lamar Jackson is sacked.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake?
And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And the Ravens defense, they get ready and they trot back out onto the field. Recovered the fumble up on the scoreboard. They've got the momentum.
And that's a confident group that we see hitting the field again. Just what you talked about. Took away the ball the last possession. They feel like they can go ahead and do it again. They are locked in and feeling good about how this game is going.
And they're playing free. They're playing loose.
Yeah, and that's a good thing. You know, sometimes it can be a bad thing if you're too free, too loose, and you give up your responsibilities. But not this unit. They are ready to go.
It's a pickup of 7. 17 and a first down.
A.J. Brown.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tannehill's pass.
Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
To the air again, Tannehill. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Judah.
Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll try to run some clock with Ingram. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep...
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tucker now for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw caught at about the 5.
Is no good on the big
And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And the Titans are going to recover the football. The fourth quarter, they felt like they needed... The football back, unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of it.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Being chased out left. He'll run it. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes with Lamar Jackson, I just step back in absolute awe. He's absolutely sensational. And with most quarterbacks, it's the first 3 seconds after the snap that you worry about what they're going to do. With him, if there's any additional time, you really have to worry as he breaks off another big run for a touchdown.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Titans are going to recover the football.
The onside kick is recovered by the Titans.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a Scotia credit.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Derek Wolfe.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
Baltimore Ravens.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
And the Titans are going to recover the football.
The onside kick is recovered by the Titans.
One last throw here for Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring.